Let's talk about senior transition. My name is Miss Johnson, and Mr. Hanson is also my counterpart. Both of us can be reached if you have any questions about this process at whsedtech@eansisd.net. And the reason we're talking about this is once you graduate, you're going to want access to papers, assignments, and media many times, perhaps an essay that you wrote you'd like to go back to, perhaps as class handouts or access to accounts and emails and things like that. So we're just going to kind of front load you with that information today. Students, check your email for this handout. It's also available on our website. So a little bit about the iPad pickup. First of all of the senior iPads will be picked up between May 23rd, which is a Thursday, and May 30th, which is also a Thursday. Tech services will be available. They will be available in the Commons all day from first period through eighth period. If you have any questions, they're going to be a great resource for you. I'm not going to get too into pricing, but I just want to give you a heads up on a few of these things just because especially the cords and the charging brick tend to be the parts that get lost the most, and so we wanted to be really mindful about telling you how much these cost. So the iPad charging cord is $17.50 and the iPad charging brick is also $17.50, so they're obviously $35 together. And they will not accept an iPhone charging brick for the iPad charging brick, and they will also not accept an iPad charging cord that is kind of not an Apple product. So just be really mindful about that. And then the keyboard charging cord is just a normal cord you've seen. You can kind of see the trapezoid, the mini micro USB. Those are $5, and those are the ones that are used to charge the keyboard. So if you have questions about this, I would check with tech services in the Commons. They'll tell you exactly how much, with or without insurance for your keyboard and your iPad and all of that sort of stuff. And then you can pay for it in Skyward, not using the app, but you can pay for it in cash or check in the AP's office. So those are kind of just a heads up on that bit of information. Getting into the actual transition, so here's some things just to kind of keep aware of. Email. So if you are using your school email for anything, you want to definitely email people and say, hey, this is my personal email, I'm about to graduate, and this is how, I need you to contact me from this point on. Also, any accounts like Bulb, if you've built something in a portfolio or Adobe that you want to keep any of those things, you'll want to log into those accounts and then basically just switch the email to a personal email. iTunes account, same thing. If you are using it exclusively with your school email and you want to keep anything in there, then you would need to change the email. iCloud account, just make sure that you log out of iCloud on your iPad before you turn in the iPad. And you can see right here, it's really simple. Just go to your name and then sign out. So a few more things. The Google products will be really easy to back up and share. The ones kind of circled in red are ones just to be a little bit more mindful of because it'll take you an extra step. So Notability, if you have notes in Notability that you would like to keep, if you have emails that you'd like to keep, if you have photos that are stored on your iPad, if you have anything in Numbers or Pages or Keynote or things like that that you would like to keep, this is the process to do that. Or you can scan that QR code and you'll be taken to a Google form that will walk you through the process, and we'll kind of get into that in just a moment. Google Takeout works like this. So what's going to happen is once you're ready and you've got everything, opened in Google Drive, everything's backed up there, and any keynotes that you want to save, you've shared them with Google Drive, whatever the case may be, everything's in Google Drive. Then you'll go to takeout.google.com. You'll sign in with your Eanes ISD account. And you can see that you'll have basically any product or service that Google has will be listed there. I would deselect all because many of those are not going to be products or services that you want to keep and take with you, and they're going to give you really odd file formats. The two main ones that we suggest are using Google Drive and checking that one, and also Google Photos if you've been backing up photos to Google Photos. So in Google Drive, the multiple formats, you have the option to change it to, right now they'll be defaulted as docx and pptx, which are editable files. If you just want to have quick PDFs of those, then you can change the drop down to a PDF. And then when you see where it says all Drive data included, you can decide if you want every single Google Drive folder or if you just want certain ones selected that you're going to take with you. This works the same way in Google Photos. If you want to check Google Photos, and then you can say, I want all of the photos, or I just want, photos from 2018 to 2019, or whatever the case may be. The last step would be to export. I've left all of the defaults there, and then it's going to say create archive. Depending on how much data is in Google Drive as well as in Google Photos, this could take 48 hours. It could take 5 minutes. You will receive an email that says, it's done archiving, and then you can click on that link and it will download all of your data. Be aware, though, that you need to be on a computer of some sort, whether it be a laptop or a desktop or something like that, to actually take all of that data with you. And whether you put it on a flash drive or whether you throw it back up into a personal Google Drive, that's up to you, but just be aware you have to be on a laptop to download the zip file. We will be available on May 23rd in our office, which is right across the hall from the library. And 4th and 5th period will be available for questions, or if you just want to go directly and ask us something, we can be reached at WHS edtech@eansisd.net.